Lunch with your fave is brought to you by KFC. Finger licking good. You look like a threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bed.
It's time for Lunch with Your Faves, sponsored by none other than KFC. Super exciting one that we're going to have on today's show. Really excited because we have a lady that needs no introduction. She is a pageant queen. She is a philanthropist. She is a broadcasting journalist. And to top it all off, she is quite the looker.
Ooh.
Good afternoon and welcome, Sabaha.
Thank you so much for having me.
How
I'm
are
pretty
you?
excited. A little bit nervous, but really excited.
It's none other than Sabaha Sarona sa Botswana, also known as Sabaha Manyapetsa, who currently holds a very important position in pageantry in Botswana, which is the second princess of Miss Botswana 2024.
Absolutely.
Now, before we jump into that, let's find out who is Sabaha. How did she grow up? Where did she grow up? How were the vibes when you were growing up?
Yes. Oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. But Kibidwa Sabaha Manyapetsa, I'll be 24 on May. Big age for a little girl. I'm not ready. I grew up in Gaborone, and I've always been here all my life, but I originally come from Mahalape. I studied broadcasting and journalism. I graduated last year at Limco Queen. I'm hoping you guys will hire me. I mean, come on now.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, and I'm into pageantry. I love doing charitable works in the society. I love people. I'm a content creator. I'm a makeup artist. I'm basically just a creative. I love everything that's art and meeting new people and trying out new things. So that is just about me in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So how did we get into pageantry? Because I don't know. I have a feeling
Yes.
So-
No, but really though.
I promise you, I'm taller than you. What do you
No,
mean?
no way.
So the question is, how come you are doing pageantry when you're quite shorter than what we deem as the pageantry height?
While growing up, you know, a situation where Batoko Lapeng would be like, that's our next Mpule Kwalaho, because I was slim and cute and beautiful. So that's how it started. I think I started my first pageant in primary school when I was doing about standard 5. My second one is standard 7, then junior school, and then I did Miss Teen Universe Botswana, and then Miss Integrity, then Miss Botswana. I don't think I've done a lot of pageants in my life, but people just assume. I guess it's because I'm good. I don't know why people think I've been doing pageantry for so long, but I guess it's just the confidence that was felt by my family growing up. Where, you know, you're such a pageant girl. And so I tried it for the first time and felt like it's my passion. I really enjoyed doing it, so I went on with it.
I love that. Let's talk about the importance of having a supportive, you know, family when it comes to a career that you want to take. Because I love that you mentioned Kanya, where they would always say that you're the next Mpule. They would always say you're the next pageant queen.
Yes.
If it wasn't for them saying that, do you think you would have developed a natural love for pageantry?
I don't think so. I grew up in a very supportive family. There's 6 of us. It's my mom, my dad, my 2 brothers, and little sister. And my parents really much believe in confidence, like a lot. I remember growing up, my dad would always call me Habayem Batile Molape and be like, dance for them, recite a poet for them, do this for them. And he would give us one rule: you can do anything in life, but don't ever be shy. And he was very strict about it. So growing up, I always had the platform where I tried a lot of things. And I remember junior school would even fight about it with my parents, where you can't be in JAB, be in the SRC debate team, English speaking club. This, you need to cut down on some things and actually just focus on one thing. And I'd go on trips, but they still supported me either way. So it's very important to grow up in a family that nurtures your dreams and your capabilities. It really played a huge role in my life. And I don't think I'd be here. And I always say the entire world could be bashing me, but if my family is like, you can do it, I'll keep on going.
Ooh, okay. Okay, that hit me like a, that's powerful.
It is.
That's very powerful.
And it's very true.
I love that so much. If the whole world is bashing you, as long as your family is for you, then you're honestly okay.
Yes.
Now, speaking of the bashing, right? A lot of people were wondering, why are you going back to Miss Botswana, right? Okay,
I saw one coming.
Oh, you're taking a sip of water. Okay.
I'm fine.
But it's a question that I've been meaning to ask you. A lot of people feel like, you know what, if you don't get the crown the first time, then why go back? Because the truth is, not everyone is going to have the success story of Emma Warriors.
Yeah.
Remember how she tried 3
Yes,
times?
I know.
Landed position 3, and then she went back number 2, and then she went back and she got the crown eventually in 2010.
Yes.
Is that your plan, or do you think you might end up thinking, hey, maybe why am I going back?
Not even. I think for me, it's a matter of just knowing when you still have a lot to give. The first time was practice for me, in the sense that it was my first time being in such a big platform, pageantry. So it was more like practice. And the second time, I'm like, now I know what it's about. I know what to expect, and I know what to fix. I knew it deep down that I still have so much more to give, and I want to be able to give everything. And in the end, whatever happens, I want to be able to sit back and be like, but I did that. I did everything that I could have done, and I didn't leave any stone unturned, and I'm satisfied. And that is the point I'm at. And I think the question that people have been asking me, are you gonna go back? I've been asking myself the same question, but I think 70% of the whole thing, I feel like I'm content and I'm happy, and I've succeeded with what I wanted to do with pageantry, and I did everything I could have possibly done. So I'm content. I don't think I'm going back. Honestly, it's gonna take a lot of convincing, because people are shouting at me for it, but nahela, I'm content.
But I mean, now there's Miss Universe. I mean, it's back after a very, very long time. Do you want to try that? Is this me saying no pageantry at all, and no Miss Botswana?
Well, I'm definitely not going back to Miss Botswana. Miss Universe, I don't think I'm going back. I'm contemplating the whole thing, but I don't think I'll be going back to pageantry at all.
Maybe it is your thing, because your family called you Mpule, and Mpule
yes, that's what I thought too.
You know, so maybe that's it.
Funny story, there's actually a message when I rejoined Miss Botswana. My dad sent me a long paragraph on WhatsApp, and he sent me a 5-minute clip of Mpule Kwalahobe, and he said, this is where you are going to end up no matter what happens. I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry with you.
So now I'm just sitting here thinking, maybe it was just Miss Universe this whole time, but at the same time, I'm like, but you are content. Because my whole reason for joining pageantry after was because of Beauty with a Purpose, or your project. I'm very passionate about charity. So after finding that niche, I felt like with Toronto booming and me being able to reach out to more people, and just the brand being as big as it is, what more do I want? Toronto it's able to just be big on its own. I don't need a pageant to back it up. So because my passion was mostly because of Beauty with a Purpose, or my project, which I'm now independently doing on my own, I don't know if I should go back at all. But I'll see.
That's very interesting, because I heard a rumor. A little birdie told me something, and I felt like, you know what, I need to ask, because it sounds very interesting. Right?
Okay.
So here's the word on the street. The word is, you were never supposed to be a part of Miss Botswana. You were placed there as a mule for the new reality TV show, right? So let me continue painting the picture. The idea is, it's the first time it's Miss Botswana. They've now come up with a brand new reality TV show. They need a bit of vavavumiana. And who best to, you know, bring in that element than bring in Sabaga sa Botswana. Not only that, but apparently you weren't even supposed to go to both top 5. Not so reality TV show. Look at what you the girls, but it's all yay. If here, she's going to get the crown. Is that true? You can be honest.
Where did you guys even get this? People did their homework. This wasn't even supposed to be out. But yes, that is actually true, because initially I was not supposed to join. I was supposed to be in Hela to bring drama and like put them on their toes. And then because my dad is like my biggest advisor, he was like, but if you do that, what if you want to re-enter? What if you want to go to a different pageant, and now no le molu or le judge, how are the people going to take it? I mean, with all the people supporting you, are they going to trust you next time? Because you know how Botswana are. Let me see so my dad was really worried about that, and he said, if then pageantry entirely, go for it. But if you feel like you'd want to give more, don't do it. I don't advise you to do it. Which then led to me being like,
okay, so you started off or okay, let me just be the you call it mole.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started off with Miss Botswana the second time, or no? They spoke to me, I'm going to be the mole. And then did you get like a change during the competition? There's no competition here.
It was at the very beginning, actually.
Okay.
It was at the very beginning.
Okay.
Like, how do audition before I even signed the contract, that's when I was like, I feel like my dad is right. I can't do this if kids are what I'm gonna need to join another pageant, or even Miss Botswana itself. I was like, no, not a good move.
Were they gonna pay you?
Yes, they're gonna pay me.
Good money? Was it worth it? Okay, yeah.
What is worth it to? What is good money to you?
Worth it is something that can change a certain part of my life, like money to buy a car, or money to buy, the latest iPhone for a content in top, or money to buy a
maybe
whole
an
new makeup
iPhone,
kit.
but that's not a whole thing to me. Yeah.
So when you're not phased by the we got a message that came through all the way from Khapenar. Hey man,
Thank you,
gorgeous
Khape.
babe.
Thank you so much.
If you also have a question or a compliment that you'd like to give Sabaha, +26739111066, and she'll answer your questions and she will thank you for your compliments when we read your messages or listen to your voice notes. You're also able to call the very same number that I sent to you, which is +26739111066. Now I'm happy that you mentioned your dad is a very, he's your advisor.
Yes.
And he's not your advisor here, like he's Botswana's advisor.
Yes.
Because he's a very important man in politics, right?
Yes.
Mr. Manyapetsa, currently in the BDP, right?
Yes.
Do you think you're going to find yourself in politics?
Well, I feel like I've been in politics all my life. I've always been in the SRC, up to just even Limco Queen tertiary level. And I've always asked myself if it's something that I like, or I was just influenced because my family is in politics. But right now, I think I've let politics go. I'm on the law about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's my dad's journey, not mine, but I absolutely love politics and governance and leadership. It has always been a part of me. Yeah.
So your dad is very influential, right?
Yeah.
Not only in your life, but in the policy makings of Botswana, in the BDP and so forth. Do you think that some of that influence trickles down to your journey in pageantry? Because there's another rumor.
Oh, goodness. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's because I know my dad personally, but I definitely understand someone saying, because that is what people always say. But my dad is just an old guy. He doesn't know anything about pageantry. He's only in pageantry because and I remember even Miss Integrity, he was still the deputy mayor of Gaborone. And when he got in, now the deputy mayor is here. Let's greet him. Can you go to the VIP? I was like, no, I came here as Sabaha's father. I don't need the attention and all that. And he's just like that. My dad believes in working very hard to achieve something. He's not about that at all. And he wouldn't.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Do you want to bet?
He wouldn't.
Really?
Because he dropped me off here.
Hey.
He was like, what do you mean? Yes. So he's like that, and he has no influence whatsoever in my pageantry journey. Everything
I
I've
love
done.
that you're clearing that, because I remember the first time I see you, you're walking on a stage, the year's 2022, a young dynamite is walking on the stage, it's Miss Integrity, I'm there for somebody else, but you capture my attention because I'm like, oh wow, first of all, the height, right?
Yeah.
But now, what's going on? You've got this young, cute lady in the midst of stallions. What's happening here? And you won that, right? Were you wearing a red gown?
Yes, I was wearing a red gown with a high slit.
I remember, because you were serving. And right after that, there's rumors that start flying, right? Not from the organization, but from people saying you only won because your dad was a sponsor.
I remember that very well.
And how did you deal with that?
That they immediately after I was crowned, people in the audience were like, just because the dad is the mayor. I think for me, it doesn't matter at all. I grew up with my father being my father and him being in the public eye. And I think he has raised us in such a manner that the noise really never matters. And he talks to us about stuff before they happen. And I worked hard. It was something that I was very passionate about. When you talk politics and governance and what, if you could ask any girl in a competition who is killing it right now, they tell you Sabaha is like killing it. From the debate, leading constitutions, I was on my toes and really excited to be in the journey. So because Linda, I knew you are killing it, there was no way someone I don't know would tell me. My dad had no influence. He wasn't a sponsor. My dad has never been a sponsor of any pageant.
Really?
Or of anything, really. Papa sponsor like that. So
does he help you pay for the dresses though?
Well, yes, Gabona Kwabomi's integrity. But right now, I think because I've grown as a brand, I always have sponsors. My parents don't pay for anything from dresses, nails, hair. I always have people doing it for me as a sponsor and me advertising them. So, and not like like I'm on Facebook, I share, I vote, that's it.
I love how you have to work twice as hard. And correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You have to work twice as hard as the average Susan.
Yeah.
Because you already have people thinking, her dad is in politics. She's obviously going to get the job.
That is true.
Next week, if at all next week you actually do get hired by RNFM, how about the RNFM is red. BDP red.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Story of my life.
I can imagine how painful that is,
Yeah.
hey? And I'm very, very sorry that you had to go through that. But I really do hope that you continue using it
Yes.
as ammunition. You continue using it as fire. Because at some point, we might not see it now, but at some point we're going to say, there's no way her dad could have pulled this off, right?
Yeah.
Once you're on an international stage and you win, or Torontle goes all the way outside and becomes this huge sensation,
Yeah.
there'll be no way
It'll
your
be
success
beyond
can
doubt.
be tied. And it shouldn't be your fault.
Yeah.
Like, you come from an influential family and
Yes.
you come from a family long can pull a couple of strings. It's not
Yeah.
your fault at all. So I think people should take it a bit easy on you.
Yeah,
Right?
please. I really appreciate that. And I remember the one time I actually cried about it was the first time I joined Miss Botswana, and Daniel Kenosi posted.
Oh no.
He actually posted me BDP, and I was with my dad. I'm like, oh my, I cried so much.
Trust fund baby.
I cried so much. I'm like, Dad, you see what you're doing? Dad was like, it's okay. Just take it also Modilon. Because after that my views went up, Modilon, and he posted like Miss Botswana. I'm like, okay, I guess. Because people wanted to see who is she. I was like, okay, it's fine, but I cried. I'm like, Papa,
No, I'm so
but
sorry.
it was
about
okay,
that.
yeah.
Now, when we talk about, your pageantry, and when we talk about how you said that you entered because you like the concept,
Yeah.
beauty with a purpose.
Yes.
And, that's what gave birth to Torontle. Let's talk about it. What is it, what's the end goal?
So I've always done a lot of things, like I've mentioned, from writing, debate, spelling bee. I've just always been all over the place, but I don't believe that I had fulfillment. I never felt content. I always felt like there's something that is missing. And my family is very kind. So one time I just had this enlightenment, but you like giving, you love people. That is something that you should be doing. And immediately I started working on the idea. I started off with the name. I had the name. I just wanted to name it Ele, a beautiful dream, something, but I wanted it to be a Setswana name hella for some reason. So I thought Torontle. And I asked one of my friends, Ubizwa Khotla, I'm like, if you went to name a charitable organization and it has something to do with a beautiful dream, but Ililina Lastwana, what would it be? And he said Torontle. I'm like, that's what I
the
thought.
confirmation I need.
Yes. And so Torontle came to life. I asked about 20 girls if they wanted me to be their mentor, if they wanted to be a part of this dream that I wasn't too sure what it is exactly, but I just wanted to help the youth and talk to young people and change their lives. So we are in a group. We are trying to map a way out, and eventually we gain momentum. Weekly. We started off with a book club, with a workout session theme, prayer sessions, and we are talking about our future and our goals and the things that we want to succeed in. And now we'd have daily checkups for our relays to improve your life. Did you do this? We'll check up on each other and actually make sure that everyone is accountable for all of their actions. After that, we create that page. It has gained momentum. People want in. It's a whole big thing. At some point, I had about 100 girls in a group, and it was so awesome. It's similar to a Torontle sisterhood. Would do all these things, meet up, go to church together. It was like a sisterhood that I truly loved. And then I can like a post that the guys on my status are like, no, we also want in. What are you talking about? We also want to go to Kale. We also want to read the Bible. I'm like, okay, I guess it's just Torontle then. So I do that, and then I go back and think, but I wanted to do charity. I wanted to help people. So with this family that I formed, we are like, let's do donations. With the little brand that I have for myself, people are going to want to donate. So we do that. We get clothes. We start donating. We call it a free shop. Because in my head, I'm like, when people donate clothing, or diaparo, you give it to a family, but you are not really sure, does it fit them? Is it their style? So the idea of a free shop is we put clothes there. It's a shop. And people come in and get what they like and what they want. So I'm like, oh, that's a free shop. So we start doing that. Donation. The little group that I have, we have sessions, personal development sessions that we have to make sure that Lero and I personally we improve and then we give back to the community. So it has been wonderful and it has been running for so long and it has just been amazing from the very beginning. And it's continuing to grow because I've registered new members recently. I'm actually meeting them for the first time tomorrow to have some practice session. So it's been wonderful.
It has been wonderful. It sounds absolutely amazing. So is there like an age limit? Are we taking, young ladies and gents from 18 to 35, whatever?
It is the youth, 18 to 35. Yes, it is 18 to 35, the youth. But 30 to 35, 29, usually they're like, we can be part of those sessions. We want our own little thing. So I do want to work on something, because you know how we tweet them over 35 is like, come on, surely you haven't lived that long.
You haven't lived.
So I want to have more people who can also help on different parts.
Emma, that's absolutely beautiful. Now, if I want to join it, Kirayang, do I just sign up or is there an interview? Because I'm pretty sure that there's somebody that's listening right now that's like, you know what, that organization is close to what I want to be or what I want to do. How can I, get in?
Well, we usually open for registration. People always want to join throughout, but like okay, now we are ready to welcome new people. It was like a couple of months ago, and then we train them. We have those sessions and whatever. So people should stay updated my page in Yarnaya Torrent and also my personal page so that they know when we have our registrations and we are open to having new people. What we do is only interview, and then if you make it through, we have our trainings and our sessions and our personal development things. And then there are people by Longhorabane, they want to join but donating, like helping us with the donating side of Toronto. Baba and Baba are always welcome. You just have to hit my manager up or hit me up, and then we'll see how we work around it.
Okay, I'll definitely donate every single time.
Thank you.
Every single time I want to donate, my grandmother's like, no,
thank you.
Because I come from a family that keeps everything.
Yes.
So even when I'm like, but mama, this skirt doesn't
Let's
fit.
donate.
She's like, no, that's a name.
It's time for you to donate.
Definitely, I definitely will do that, because it's like I'm sitting next to so many clothes that what I'm not even using anymore. And one woman isn't, in a position to wear a jersey during this winter time. So shout out to you. That's a very, very beautiful initiative. That's very, very beautiful. When it comes to people that, have ideas about what they want to do, but the same way you were like, I want to do this, but I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. How do you put your ideas on paper and say, this is it?
Oh goodness, that is a very difficult question, because people are like, I have this idea, but I can't seem to start. And I'm always like, maybe you just don't have the passion that you think you have for it. Maybe you're just influenced by seeing someone do it and then you think you can do it. The most important thing is passion and purpose. If you can discover those for yourself, you'll never go wrong, because purpose, it just jumps off and you're just doing stuff. Laos are planning, because I always tell people, if I have a plan and I gotta do it, I'm going to do it because it's my purpose and my passion, and I can't really fight it. So sometimes what you think you want to do is not what you're supposed to be doing. It's not easy to find what your purpose or your passion is, but it's something you have to sit down and really think about and pray about. If you are a believer, I'm a believer. So I pray about stuff and I talk to God about stuff. Whatever your higher being is, talk to that person or being and figure out what your way should be. Because if it's your purpose, it'll find a way. Purpose always does.
Always. I have this like personal mantra, and it says purpose over passion.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you can be passionate about something, but if it's not for you and if it's not in your line, if it's not in the path that God has created for you on your journey, then it will never come to pass. You know?
Yes,
and then there's another mantra as well. It's called calling of over comfort. So I always remind myself, if I don't want to do something and I'm like, why do I have to do this? I hear, the Holy Spirit saying, listen, calling over comfort.
Yes.
You could be chilling, but if I've called you to come to do this for a particular, group in the society, then you need to rise above it and do it. So it's absolutely beautiful, especially since you're fueled by your family, by God, and by passion. It means even when you encounter the challenge, it's easier for you to go through them because you know what this is your calling. We got a message coming through from Enka, where Enka says, "Hey Sabaga, this is Ntebogang, your biggest fan. You really inspire me. You are an icon. I honestly wish God paves a way for you. I genuinely wish you well on your future endeavors, rather."
Yes, I actually know her.
Okay.
I know her from Facebook. She has been supporting me for so long. I absolutely love her. And she did register to be in Toronto and she made it. She is absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait to meet you tomorrow, Ntebogang. Thank you for your support.
That is so sweet. I love it. Now let's talk about fans, ne?
Yeah.
Do you think that your fans have a certain do they have a certain influence, that's the word, on the way that you live your life, on what you post, on what you do? Because kind of sometimes if we see you as Sabaga, this type of person, and then what's post, let's say Bojala, which is something I will never expect from you, but it might happen. Do your fans have an influence on what you post, what you do, what you eat, what you wear?
They don't. I like to say that I'm a very authentic brand, and I really am. I am a bubbly person. I say what I'm thinking. I'm very expressive in every way possible. And if I believe something is wrong, I'll call it out on my life. And if you follow me, you know, if and something didn't go right, I'll go there and say, 1, 2, 3 did this, and I didn't like it. And I think I get it from my dad. If you know him, you know that he's a very talkative man. So I think people love me for who I am and accept my brand for what it is. I've never for once even tried to alter who I am or what I come out as to impress or rather seem a certain way, for people. People just accept me for the Sabaga brand that I am. And it's easier that way, honestly. I wouldn't want to alter anything and have to keep it up so that so no, I never post anything or act any type of way because of my fans that I call my supporters. I never want to believe I have fans.
Oh, you call them supporters.
Yes.
Now, speaking of your social media, there's someone who's missing. Someone who's missing.
Oh my goodness.
From your Facebook and your TikTok. Yay! Nera comment on my people.
Eish, no way.
God, when? Is it because I'm a potato? No, some already comment is like, I was there.
No way, you're putting me. Can I get Mabutswan?
No, give out the weeds. Can I
Okay, let's.
First thing, give out the weeds or who you reckon? Okay. How about poster mode?
I'm going to fight you for this. I promise you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've parted ways, Nix. And then
maybe we haven't.
Oh, you just started to keep it on the down low.
I don't know. You
What's
tell
happening
me.
there? Are you single?
Nothing is happening. I'm alone at this point. I'm not even single. I'm on my own. It's just me against the world. I'm a focused girl. I have dreams and an organization to run. But it was nice while he was there. He's an amazing guy. We still talk. We are friends.
So how do you guys still like each other?
I don't hate him.
No, if you still talk to your ex, it means either one, you still love each other, or you never loved each other. Which one is it?
The first one.
Okay.
Why are you making that me to such a
how say it's again like cat, aka Satosa Marato, aka Dr. Lavo. When I'm polele here, like get bankanyetsa very fast. How do I have a letter?
No.
Sabaga was crying, Haji,
live on radio.
Haji,
Oh goodness, no, we cannot.
Okay.
He is amazing, and that is literally my best friend. Nala Brian, we're really, really close. He is absolutely amazing, from supporting my dreams to just understanding me. He was amazing. And my best friend is always saying, because you never even thought. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it was just not meant to be, and that's absolutely okay. We are still amazing people, but we are never meant to be together, and that's fine. He's amazing. Let's go to church. I'm like, because I don't go to church that much. I'm like, maybe next time. But we're not really fighting. And because we are not together anymore, ntsha dilo mo paging. He actually asked me, and I was like, wait,
He was like, what is it?
already. He was like, when people are confused, I want to move. I'm like, fine, whatever. We thought about it, so I took them. But some are still on TikTok, I think, because it was a lot of content.
Hey,
But but yes,
it should have been
we are no
Sebaka and
longer
Brian.
together.
You
Give
are
it
page.
Mr. Botswana na good.
Hey. Woo-wee. So that's something very interesting, ne?
Yeah.
As a person who holds the influence that you have,
Yes.
and you go on and you share a very private and intimate part of your life with the world, and it suddenly ends.
Yeah.
Don't you think that you owe us an explanation?
No. I'm not sharing because of you guys. I'm sharing for me. I'm a very loud lover. I love so much. I'm such a lover girl. So when I love someone, I'm like, oh my goodness, I want everyone to see. But I don't exactly believe that I owe anyone an explanation. I mean, you could think that, but it was just for me at the end of the day and the person I'm in a relationship with. But I don't see the need to be like, guys, I've broken up with da. It was never for the people. It was for me. So
Hey, kana gape re
It's fine.
kgono go tsholle be re commenta re le bo mang re ntse re itse
But
gore
they
le bo-
ain't really woman.
le bo mang lona.
They do that all the time.
We were there in your relationship
Yes.
from the beginning. So next boyfriend, are you going to be posting him?
I know I am. Hey, I know myself. I definitely know. I can't help it.
And I'm I can't.
Just do it. I feel so bad.
I cannot. Next thing I'm going to post a
About embarrassed.
Hey, so let me post a and then a couple of weeks later, I met a friend of mine.
Yeah.
She's like, "Trey, man, I need to talk to you." I'm like, "What's up, babe?" She's like, "Oh, one of the guy you don't know post or that's your lava, you know."
Yeah.
A week before you posted, his best friend almost saying, "Are single and searching."
Oh my goodness.
Hacker,
Oh my goodness.
Hacker.
Eish.
Bonang because what a stretcher.
I've actually-
I was like, what? And ever since then, I felt like, you know what? I don't want to post because
Yeah.
what is this? Now
But-
everybody's like, bonang.
Is it not better to know?
It's better to know, but it bursted my bubble.
I feel
So
you.
I was no longer in my little love world. Now I
Yeah.
was like, I had the single and
Kante
searching.
jang.
What's going on?
I feel for you, but not for me. It's better to. I can't help it, and I think I'm always like, now whoever fumbles me, that's that loss. Honestly,
You are the
because
prize.
I'm the prize. This
are
is the
the
bag.
prize.
So
So we've talked about Sebaka the lover.
Yeah.
We've talked about Sebaka the philanthropist. We've talked about Sebaka the pageant queen. You know,
Yeah.
Sebaka ngwana mo lapeng. But we haven't talked about Sebaka the journalist.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything right now? Are you looking for a job, or do you feel like focusing on other things?
Yeah.
Like a degree kgantelenyana.
yeah, that is actually tricky because I have been focusing on Toronto, my pageantry journey since I graduated. But I feel like I do want a job. More than anything, I want to go back to school. I want to do my master's in corporate communication or international relations. I want to pursue education with all my heart. I want to get up to a PhD. So I'm just like, but do I really want to work? Like, do I really want to? But then I understand logically what I do have to work to gain experience in the field that I'm in. That is the only reason why I'm working. Also, just for my parents can be like, she's working. I'd rather be in school. I'd rather be doing Toronto. And I also feel like 9 to 5 are restricted unless I'm in radio. Or the good thing about media, it's not exactly 9 to 5.
It's
If
not
you're a
9 to
presenter,
5.
you do your part and you leave mostly. So I'd want something like that because 9 to 5, there's so much I want to do and I feel restricted. But I'm currently looking for a job. I've been applying. If I get it, then yay, I can get the experience because you do need that kind of resume, especially how we already masters with the apply or a scholarship. So that's the reason why I'm doing it. So
Okay.
hopefully I get it. Little something, anything,
Yeah,
please.
please.
I'm so good at this. I'll show you my CV. Come on.
And no, wait, see,
Come
we
on.
can hear you.
Yes.
We can hear that
Yes,
you're
come
good.
on,
So
come on.
somebody that's, listening and they just had like an aha moment because you mentioned what you're applying, you hope you get in.
Yeah.
It means it's not like when you apply, you immediately get,
Yeah.
chosen, even though you are Sebaka Manyapetsi. What would you say to someone that's applying and, unemployment just says, not now?
It's not easy for anyone, honestly. And I think the one thing that I've always thought about is I'm merela skolong go hiriwa or rela skolong to be pioneers of new things. If it was up to me, I remember when I get anything going, I tell my classmates, let's start our own magazine. Let's try to do a podcast. Let's try to do this. Why do we want to be higher? That's the longer way of doing things. And that's my thinking. Even if I don't get higher, don't be shocked when you see me get like a blog, like a quality law. Eventually, that's how you get things. So, I always tell my friends, go to seminars, go to workshops. I don't see the point of applying me or I do a short course. I believe in being proactive and always doing something to improve yourself while waiting. Something will come up eventually, but only when you improve. LinkedIn accounts, don't just be a girl, hella just a girl with a front towel. Get education and elevate yourself from time to time. It's very, very important. I believe in personal development. That's what I preach in Toronto. So, a degree is not enough. It's unfortunately not. It's not worth anything. So, tanan school, tanan the workshop, the seminar. I was shocked. Maloba, Harleko UB. What's that man's name? The professor, someone from South Africa. He came. I was expecting people were not there. And I'm like, but these are the things that we need. Like how I better go and hear out for the opportunity. And I actually spotted so many opportunities. I'm like, I want to be a part of this. So applying here, like, it's not enough. The competition and the stakes are really high. People have the masters and we're not a degree until you get where you want to get.
Oh, I absolutely love that. We're definitely ending things on a high note. Messages came through. Tilo Durango DJ Sway. You're from Lerala?
I'm from Mahalape.
Mahalape.
Yes.
Oh, El Tiro, yeah, no one information your way. I want to get out of Lerala.
I'm from
So
Mahalape.
You're from Mahalape.
Yes.
Okay. Now, who are your closest friends in your journey of pageantry? Who are your closest? Give me three.
Tepon Taha, Hali, the current first princess, Emma N. And they're gonna kill me. I'm someone who's very Emma N Tisimo. She was in the top 5.
I remember.
Yes.
Okay.
But then this time around I was friends with almost everyone. Both happy people. So I was making us some pui. But I was friends with every single person. Both like the girls who are talkative and who are always just hyped up, those were my people.
Babes.
Yes. So
okay, let's play a quick game.
Yeah. All right.
Kill, kiss, marry.
Oh my goodness.
Tepo, Hali.
No, Emma.
Nah, Gwena. Gwena.
Hey,
Kiss, kill, marry.
I'm gonna have to kill Emma because she do the same.
Why?
No, she'd do the same. She'd understand. Out of all these three people, she's like, girl, I don't even like you like that. It's fine.
Okay.
That's how we play. She's very sarcastic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna marry Tepo. That is my soul. I love Tepo so much. I miss her so much. That is my girl. And I'd kiss Hali, princess girl.
Yeah. Yes. Because I saw Malabo post like calling her moon. I'm like, that's
moon. That's my moon.
I was like, that's really cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we take it to a different level now, kiss, kill, marry, Emma Warriors, Olivia Yates,
Yeah.
Lalela Mswani.
I'm marrying my girl from Botswana. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, you're marrying Emma. Okay, I'll marry her too.
I am kissing Noramang, the one from SA. Lalela. She's from SA, and I'm going to have to kill her.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you killed Africa's gem.
I'm sorry.
Olivia.
I love her. She's absolutely amazing. But Nahelamo pageantry, I'm always for SA. I don't know why they just have that thing. I'm like, ooh, our neighbors are killing it. But she was absolutely amazing. She's tall. She's beautiful. She looks like a goddess. Mehela, I'm always for SA, Botswana. And I'm like, Philippines.
And then you're like, I get you.
That's always me.
So this is the last question. It just popped up in my mind now. What is it about the questions, Modi pageantry, that make us You'd be doing so well, and suddenly you get to top 5 and you ask the question 2.
And then
what happens?
It's the nerves. Okay. I mean, that could never happen to me. Ooh. Not me.
Y'all be safe. Y'all be safe out there.
But it's the nerves. That is like the true deciding moment. Or at least that's what people think. But it's not even that hectic because with pageantry, it's always prejudging. The day before the finale, we have what we call prejudging, where you are in a room full of judges. That is the deciding moment. Possible top 5, possible top 3, and then our queen. The finale is the show for the people. It doesn't count for much, and it really doesn't. Mm-hmm. It's like 10% of the entire journey. So now that's why the journey long started from the auditions. So just like, that's why sometimes and then they win and people are like, you get it's because prejudging they killed it. And all the other times where people couldn't see. I wish Nkeba super things like prejudging, but they don't. But it's very, very important because that is the deciding factor. So people get nervous and in your head is the deciding moment, but it's really not. And I wish my queens could just chill and answer because Haulimo Top 10, you're already brilliant.
No, that's honestly true.
Yeah.
Now we've come to the end of a wonderful hour.
Yes.
Anything you'd like to say, to your fans like Ntebogang, to, people that think you're gorgeous like Kgape, people that are too shy to say, hey, I see you, you're doing well. What would you like to say to them?
I really like to appreciate everyone's love and support. Botswana have been really supportive and I truly, truly appreciate it. Before the finale, after the finale, I actually took the Multimedia Award, which means more the Facebook, votela, the SMS, you guys, I really, really appreciate it and I don't take it for granted. The brand Basebaga, even Toronto itself, wouldn't be anywhere without you guys from your donations, your interactions. It means a lot. And I know I appreciate it and love yourselves. And like I always say, be kind and spread love is very, very important and work on yourselves. Thank you.
Social media handles?
Page unofficial. Don't ask, it was my backup page and now I can change the name, so it's unofficial, but it is the official page. My email sabahamenyapesa@gmail.com. My number is not mine personally, it's my manager's number. 75225877 75225877. My TikTok Kinlee or Kinlea Barakelea. That's my other name. Like it's Lee, guys. Instagram Sabaha_Manyapesa.
Thank you so much, Sabaha. It's been such a wonderful addition with you right here on Lunch with Your Faves. And being here is such a big thing. The word faves means a lot. Like you are Botswana's favorite, princess. You're Botswana's favorite, young lady. We've even given you a name. Sabaha Botswana. So own it, represent it. Everything that people say about your dad and his influence, it has nothing to do with you. Keep on grinding, keep your head down, do the work and let the work speak for you. In times when you can't defend yourself, your work and everything that you're doing will defend you, because there's going to be a point, like I mentioned earlier, where people will have nobody to, blame for your success besides yourself. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. This was it felt like 10 minutes. Thank you so much for having me.
An hour is so long.
No way.
Remember, an hour is so long. Thank you so much. Got one last message all the way from Lona. Lona Arsabaga should apply ibile. There you have it, folks. Yarn FM presenter search is now here, and people have already, started saying Sabaga should apply. So let's bully her into applying and make sure that she does that before the deadline. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. KFC, Yarn FM, as well as myself, really enjoyed having you with.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. The music continues as we start off the third and final hour of the Friday's edition of The Good Life. My name is Kat, and I'm the only cat that you should be addicted to. Coming up next is one of my favorite songs, man. Hey, I remember how the song had me in a chokehold. It's Disclosure featuring Sam Smith with Latch, followed by Hansi, Banjo Masele, as well as Flex the Ninja with Njai Jile Njanyana. But this one is the remake. Let me know what you think of it.
Yarona FM, live the music.